Here they come.
Wait, really?
Dead. There's two. Nading. Dead. And that's why I use the MDR, guys. That shit slaps. What's up, guys? It's Dirty Glizzy here, and I'm here to bring you a MDR 7.62x51 build in Escape from Tarkov. So what we're looking at here is the DT MDR 7.62x51 variant of the MDR. You can get them anywhere from, I've seen them as low as 60K on the flea market. Right now they're going for a little higher, about 150K standard on the flea market, but you can also buy them from Peacekeeper for around $1,300 USD. I already have a preset made up for this. My favorite scope to run on the MDR is the EOtech VUDU scope. It's a 1x6. The most important thing that I've found with using the VUDU is what mount you put it on. There's a bunch of different mounts you can use that also have like a smaller, a hollow reticle on top, like the, let's see, I believe it's the JP 30mm. I was using that for a while, but as you can see, it gives it kind of acts as a riser to the VUDU, so you get a little more height clearance off of the actual body of the weapon. And to be honest, it actually kind of exaggerates the recoil of the gun when you're scoped in. So what I found is to get the least amount of rock on your gun when you're firing shots off is to use the NF30, which is about as close to the gun as you can get as far as mounts go. You see how much more of a low profile gun that is. So that's my recommendation, the NF30 with the EOtech VUDU scope on this MDR. If you want, you can still use the JP30. Then you could put a little Leopold, little hollow sight on top for those close range engagements. But my recommendation is to use the EOtech VUDU and just slap a laser on the side here. Any laser preference, all you got to do is put a little 2.5-inch M-Lock guide on the side of your weapon here, and then your favorite laser. I go for the TBL. It's a blue laser, just because I feel like the blue laser is a little more visible during the daytime. But moving on, muzzle device. A lot of people run this with a suppressor. I don't, mainly because of the cost of the ergo. I got 75 ergo on this weapon, and with a sight such as the VUDU, I believe that high ergo is important. I don't have the best recoil. We could get that down a little better, but usually when I'm using the MDR, I'm taking single shots, so I'm not trying to control a whole spray unless I'm up close, which in that case, like, you don't really need to control the whole spray if you're point blank hip firing. So I'm going to show you another option, but right now I'm running the Lantac Dragon 7.62x51 muzzle brake, which without it, we lose 20 points of recoil. So it gets us down to 89. Another option you can do that I've seen some people run is use an A3 adapter on this. And then you can still use the Lantac Dragon, and then using a blast mitigation device, which brings your recoil down to 78, which is about the best I've seen on the MDR. The only issue with this is if you're running it at nighttime. I've tried this out in raid, and I can show this to you right now. There's a really large plume in front of your reticle when you're firing, so it actually makes it really hard to stay on target. I haven't tried it in the daytime. It might be okay, but as far as nighttime raids go, which I run a lot of nighttime raids, it actually makes it almost impossible to see your target. So that's not something that's worth the extra 10 points of recoil for me. If I can't see him to hit him, no amount of recoil is gonna help me at all. So I'll take this in the hideout real quick, and I'll show you guys what this looks like. So this is with the blast mitigation device on it. As you can see, I'll show you guys right here. Every time I shoot, I get that huge blast. So if I'm firing off a whole clip, It's not as bad in the light right here, but if I'm in complete darkness, it is next to impossible to see. So my recommendation here is to stick with the Lantac Dragon. I mean, that gives you a decent amount of recoil off without sacrificing any visibility or ergonomics. Moving on, I run with the B25U RK1, which you could go with like a SE5, 78 ergo, 90 recoil, but me personally, I just like the look of the B25U, 72 ergo, 89 recoil. But you can use anything that you want. It's more personal preference. Pistol grip, you don't really have much of a choice. You got the Desert Tech or just the regular MDR black. The only other thing left for attachments on the MDR is your mag. I like the PMAG 20. They have the best they have almost the best ergo. But if you can go with the CAC 20 and lose 1 more point of ergo, or you could go with the CAC 10, gain 5, lose 10 rounds. So yeah, the PMAG 20 is the best mag for this gun. The reason I like the MDR so much, it's versatile. You can switch it from single fire to full auto, which in case you get in a close range fight, you still have that spraying ability. It doesn't have the same capacity as other weapons with 30 round mags or 60 round mags, but you can still win a full auto spray fight with this. It's good with long range. You got the VUDU on it. You can still tap people like you're almost sniping. And then it's pretty cheap. Well, it's pretty simple to put together, I will say. If you got traders, really right now with the gun being 150,000, with all these attachments, the VUDU, B25U, and the Lantac, sadly, it does come out to about anywhere from 250 to 300K total. But the real bang for your buck is the fact that you're using M61, which I recommend. If you're going to use this gun and spend 300K on this gun, use M61. Don't skimp on the ammo. You're one-tapping people in the head through any helmet. You can one-tap Killer. You can one-tap Altons, X-Fills, anything. A kill is 1 bullet away with this weapon running M61, and that is the real value of the MDR, is being able to one-tap someone before they even know you're there. Now, if you guys are thinking that maybe M61 is a little too expensive, not worth it, I will say that although it is very expensive around, it's 100% worth it. I will show you real quick on the hideout. There's a way that you can get it a little cheaper, because I've seen it on flea market going for anywhere from 2,200 to 2,800 around. If you go into your workbench, you can craft M61 for, I think I'm crafting it right now. I just crafted some. You can craft it for 6 of the red gunpowders, which are about 90K, and then 2 helix, which I did the math, comes out to about 550,000 for 300 rounds, which breaks down to about 1,800 a shot, which it's a pretty good deal. Sometimes if it's going for 2,800 on the flea market, that's $1,000 rubles off a round. Real quick, I just noticed that the EOtech VUDU, sometimes it goes for pretty cheap on the flea market. Sometimes it's around 40K. Other times, like I just bought during this video, it was 169,000. But I want to show you guys real quick. You can do a trade with Skier for 2 broken G-Phone X's. G-Phone X's go for 20K on the flea market. GPX. 2 of these 40K for the EOtech VUDU. So if you do notice it on the flea market, it's going for just exorbitant prices. You can always come through and get 1 EOtech VUDU from Skier per restock for about 40K. So that's always an option. Reduce the cost of your weapon. It's a great deal. But that's gonna wrap it up for my MDR weapon preset, my build. If you guys like the content, be sure to smash the like button. Click subscribe, drop a comment. That really helps me in the algorithms. I will see you next time for more Escape from Tarkov content. I stream every night on Twitch at 10 p.m. PST. I hope to see you guys there. Peace.